So I'm a little glammed up because we are headed to Fashion Week El Paseo, and of course we had to put the sparkles on to go do that. But before we leave, it seemed like a great idea to sit and talk about influencers, because there will be some there, and it is a term that we've all heard. Small businesses, I think, struggle with what, how, who, and where could you work with people like this. When the internet really exploded, and this is probably about 5 years ago, you started seeing these people that would do just sort of what I'm doing, is talk about something they knew or liked or loved or how to do something, and took it to a new level. So it's not just how do I fix something around my house with a typical YouTube video, it's how, why, and what's next of a topic. Or, you know, for health and beauty is, I think, where it sort of started. These women and men who were traveling the world and taking advantage of all these amazing opportunities, and started talking about the benefit of these opportunities. And then the big brands figured out, oh, wait a minute, we can pay you, we can support this. You have 400,000 followers. You do a post and you have 2,000 likes and 1,700 comments. That's worth money to us. So it started under the table, and then the social media platforms made it go above the table. So they have to say that they are being paid, and they have to say that they're being sponsored. So how do you get involved with these people? One thing to do is to surf the platforms and find them. They all use hashtags. So whatever your business is, you can look for a hashtag that relates to that business. Hashtag marketing, hashtag advertising, hashtag branding. That would sort of be my world. If I was in, you know, accounting, I would look for who's talking about how to do business, how to get your business running smoothly, how to do your books, how to, you know, how to find the right accountant. And there are people out there who have risen above the crowd and created themselves as experts, and people want to hear what they have to say. It's certainly not cheap. This world has grown up over the last 5 years. We hire influencers and work with them out here in our little valley when we want to promote the valley for tourism and all the other things, and I have the opportunity of working with a lot of them. Other people are paying, like the Convention and Visitors Bureau or a big hotel, and I just step in and assist for my clients. But usually you're paying them to come, which means putting them up, making it fabulous. Now you can work with other brands to help with this, and then they get a little of the love. So for tourism, find a hotel who will put them up, find restaurants they can dine at, find shops that will give them a shopping experience and maybe even clothing. We were lucky enough to do that with Trina Turk on El Paseo. They said, bring them in and we'll set them up with an outfit, because it was worth that kind of expenditure on their part to get someone wearing their brand. So you have to take care of their entire visit with you, and then you have to decide, what do you want? Do you want a post on Instagram with certain hashtags and certain people tagged and mentioned and noted upon? Do you want a YouTube video that will also be optimized and pushed out with the correct hashtags? This is their specialty. They know how to get these posts seen and interacted with. We work with a noted influencer here on El Paseo that works through my company. Her name is Dawn McCoy. And she used to be a sort of bit player actress, but was in quite a few things as the best friend or a part of a group situation. She's worked with many people in Hollywood. Her list of the people that will comment instantly is 1,700 strong. She also works with other influencers and expands her network. So she recently brought 7 influencers to the Valley. We took part in that with El Paseo. The City of Palm Desert took part in it. I brought my other client, the Lighthouse Dispensary, in to provide gummies and all sorts of fun CBD products for the health and wellness aspect of utilizing what dispensaries sell. And so we had 7 or 8 people, businesses, underwriting these 7 women coming to town. And so they had a big job to do. They had a lot of people to satisfy. But you sit and decide, what do you want? And then they negotiate. If it's one post with a couple of hashtags, that's going to be on the lower end of the spectrum, which could only be $1,500, as long as you pay for that and you put them up and you do everything for them while they're here. It can go as high, if they've got a tremendous amount of followers, of $5, $10, $15, and beyond $1,000. And you think, oh, for one post? Well, no, that would be a negotiated YouTube video, a couple of posts on Instagram, maybe some posts down the road. Maybe you get the photo assets from when they're out here and they're taking photos of your product or service. That's what we did with the lighthouse. We actually got a Dropbox full of hundreds of photos that they took of the products placed artistically throughout the women's visit. And so the women weren't saying, I use this, and sort of doing the old, talking head advertisement. It was just a part of their experience. And then all influencers take amazing photos and amazing videos. So that's how it looks. Find them in the medium that you're most interested in. Reach out to them with a private message. Inquire if they're open to taking a new brand on or taking a project on with you, and here's what it looks like. And then negotiate. We had one come out here, and the fact that I ended up getting she and her boyfriend dinner somewhere bought me an extra post. Another time City Palm Desert flew someone from New York City, a fashion influencer, and I had such a good time with her. I ended up getting her in with a salon to get her hair done. I got her dressed for the evening. She ended up doing 5 posts and named those stores and stops that were not a part of her contract. Her contract was for 1 post. So if you engage and manage the engagement with them, I think you can blow it up a little bit bigger and get a little bit more, but that's only because they can see a benefit to their own brand in terms of working with you on this. So it's not easy. There's not a phone book where you can look them up and just call them. They're elusive, but they are findable. And you have to determine what your end game is, because at the end of the day, they will probably not move your revenue needle right away. They will move your awareness needle. They will get you more followers, more eyes on your pages, which then is your job to build the revenue from that. You could start a relationship with them and be a part of their story, which will move a revenue needle at some point. Most social media is about awareness, engagement, and building your brand. Moving the needle becomes your part of this when you also encourage people to utilize that platform to engage with you on discounts or new product offerings or events where you want them to come to something. So if an influencer came and enjoyed whatever this something was, booking an appointment at your spa if you stay in Coachella Valley, that will eventually move the revenue needle. Somebody will see that, and when they finally get here, will say, hey, I saw this person who I love and follow loved this spa experience. I'm going to book there. And now if they're really awesome, they'll tell you that's how they got to your store. But for the most part, you may never know how they got there. So I hope that helped. Leave me a comment, leave me a note, subscribe, and ask me a question. Maybe I didn't hit a topic that you wanted me to hit on this subject matter. We're all learning. It's a new world. We're making it up as we go. And the ones I've worked with, you can actually make up their whole experience with them, because it's not a canned laundry list of I want package A or I want package B. You create the package. So have fun with it and let me know how it goes.